What's going on, guys? Wesley here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the unstable rift with no risk. Yes, you can do the tombstone duplication glitch and get the Mark of the Survivor camo very easily. Today I'm going to show you all the working tombstone glitches in Season 4 Reloaded of Modern Warfare 3. So simply put, there's a bunch of different methods that you can do right now, but the unstable rift guide itself took me about a day and a half to even create as a guide. So make sure you smash that like button down below and subscribe if you want to support me. I'd really love to have you as a subscriber, and I'm a small-time YouTuber. So let's hop right in right now and let me show you guys exactly what you need to do. So I'm gonna have a solo guide on the unstable rift very soon, out soon. It's actually very easy to do. There's still some very difficult parts, and I have some tips for you guys. But first of all, let's get into the tombstone duplication glitch for the unstable rift. And as for inventory, I suggest you replace those dog bones with self revives, or you can bring in dog bones. It's really up to you, but dogs will die very quickly. Also have an RGL with slug rounds and the jack conversion kit, as well as an upgraded scorcher to get to the unstable rift fast so no one takes it from you. So go ahead and find your existing tombstone. Now, I've heard you actually don't have to grab your existing tombstone if you just leave it and then do the unstable rift. Apparently it stays. I have not tested this at all, but I just wanted to make that statement. Otherwise, make sure you grab all of your items and make sure you have tombstone equipped at this point. Now, if you go around the map, things like infected strongholds as well as Aether nests, or whatever they're called, are places that you can get these ammo mods. So I actually don't suggest that you bring them in, and each one that you find, you obviously need to complete them. I'll have that guide completely separate that's already created that shows you exactly how to actually unlock the unstable rift. This is completely about the tombstone. So the short answer is, once you have completed all three of these, you need to prepare yourself with an upgraded scorcher. I highly suggest that you have a scorcher as well as the RGL with slug ammo. Those are the two weapons that I suggest that you bring in if you want to do this solo. So you're gonna have to rush to the portal, but first of all, I want to show you a failed attempt at this. This took me hours to do, so again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want to support me. This took me about a day and a half to do, simply because unstable rifts are hard to get in some lobbies. Sometimes you have cracked players, and sometimes you have players like this where they are right next to it and not paying attention to it. I got really lucky. This try took me about 3 to 5 tries to actually do this. Now, the only unfortunate thing is that since I was solo, I had no way to open up the bad signal portal. Yes, the way that I suggest that you actually do this, and you can see there's a player that comes in right there, so I had to rush this. All you need to do is make sure that this portal is open before you fire off your scorcher. Now, they open, if you purchase this portal, it stays open for about 40 seconds to a minute. I forgot how long exactly it is, but you can see right there, that's where you spawn it. And what you're going to do is either use code 13 or sorry, 23 or 19. And long story short, you can see the timer, it's way too little time left. So what I realized, and I'll tell you this right now, is that you have to enter by 4 seconds. That is the absolute last time. It's really the end of 5 seconds, if that makes sense. So obviously seconds take quite a while, right? So it's probably about like 5.1 seconds is right whenever you need to enter. I barely got the eliminated symbol, and you can see I actually got an unstable rift that was closer to the edge of the map, so I just went for it. This game I wasn't playing. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the whole Superman trick as fast as I possibly can to the edge of this map. Now, I was freaking out the whole time. Don't get me wrong, this glitch is more difficult than it is with any other portal or anything like that, because the entire lobby can take it from you, right? Unlike dark ether portals, you have time to test it out and do dry runs. But as you can see, I get towards the edge of the map and accept it at 2 seconds. You can really accept it at 1, and watch the timer that I go in here. This is what I'm talking about. I entered right at the end of 5 seconds, so you could run that film back. That's what I was talking about, right? I enter almost at 4 seconds, but as long as you see this eliminated symbol right here, this is what is most important, guys. You get the eliminated symbol, and then you get the loading screen. Those are the 2 requirements for the tombstone glitch in general. No matter what you do, no matter how many times that you do it, if you get both of those things, then you should at the very least keep your backpack full of items. Sometimes if you're a little bit off of the time, you'll lose your weapons, but generally speaking, I never lose my weapons while doing this. So whenever you enter the unstable rift, you're gonna have fully upgraded weapons. Now, what I would suggest you do is go solo and try to do this solo, because it's actually pretty fun. It's extremely difficult, so if you're not a fast-paced player, like a fast reaction time, I gotta be honest with you, it is extremely hard. It was actually very difficult for me. This is where I died right here because I got cocky. I was running around. I was in phase 3. I've made it to phase 5 before, but I did not have as good of a run as this one. I started to figure out a method. I'll have that video in the description down below, but this is why you need multiple self revives. You need to make sure that you have those backups, otherwise all you can do is give up. And mind you, I had 3 dog bones left, so it's really about how you play it right versus simply surviving. There are strategies that you can do it, but this video is about Tombstone. So if you fail it like I did, you're going to have an empty backpack like that, but you will still have your Tombstone on the map, right? So just giving you guys a play-by-play explanation here. Now, if you will successfully do it, it'll look something like this. I forgot to record, so I just kind of mimicked it. You're going to have the items in your backpack plus the weapon. Now, if you're asking yourself, okay, how do you know this? Every single Tombstone glitch works the same, guys. As long as you go out of bounds before 4 seconds is left, you get the eliminated symbol, and then you get the loading screen, whether that's for bad signal, dark ether, or unstable rift. It does not matter. Anything that teleports you out of the game with that blue teleport screen that you see in all of my Tombstone videos, that essentially means that you did it successfully. So that's how you do it for the unstable rift. But what about the normal Tombstone duplication glitch? Let's go over that real quick in detail for those who may not know or need some tips to do this a little bit better, because I know some people struggle with this, and that's totally okay. A lot of these glitches lately have needed quick reaction times and very quick movement. So there are some things that you can use in order to let's say better suit the situation, better support you in actually making that, again, 4 to 5 seconds left on that timer. That's the last second that you can do it. So let's go over it real quick. So the normal Tombstone duplication glitch, I always do it with bad signal. Now there are multiple codes that you can use, and I will show them in a second. It's the same codes that I showed a minute ago for the unstable rift guide. However, this one, there's a couple of tips that I'm going to give you that will absolutely help you in order to do this glitch successfully every single time. So the real key here is timing. That has always been the thing about the Tombstone duplication glitch. So in the back of this building near the bad signal portal, you will find this portal entrance that you can pay 1,000 to actually enter and go teleport to a different location on the map. Now 19 or 24 is what I use. I've always used 24 just because I like using my parachute, but some people they like to use 19 because you just run down the beach. So long story short, you want to just simply jump out of this window and go to bad signal as fast as possible. If you don't have a scorcher, just simply immediately pull your parachute and glide. That'll save you a couple of seconds. If you have a scorcher, you have no excuse as far as not making the time here. You are extremely ahead of schedule. Now you need to make it to the portal, I've noticed, around 9 to 10 seconds, which is why in my unstable rift guide I showed you guys a failed attempt. You could see I was way below that, but as you see here, let's pause the video. I want you to pay attention. I don't have Tombstone at this point. You need Tombstone. That should be without saying, like, I shouldn't have to say that, but I didn't have it, so I drank it last second. But long story short, you want to accept the invite to go into the portal, and then you want to walk out of the map. Now if you don't have Tombstone like I do in this clip, right, I still don't have Tombstone, what's going to happen is I will close the game whenever the loading screen comes up and I get eliminated, and I will keep my items and my backpack, but I will not set a Tombstone, thus not duplicating but preserving. So that's just a little tip for you guys. Pro tip: you quit whenever you see this dark ether zombies. You can look that up on Google for your respective consoles, but on PC you just Alt F4 obviously, and it is extremely easy. So there's actually a second way to do the Tombstone glitch that requires a lot less timing. So if you didn't know, the blood burner, I believe is what it's called, the bike that shows up randomly on the map, or you can obviously get a key and spawn it at any time, that actually will teleport you back to land if you get off of it on water, or rather the bike will teleport back. But if you get back on it super quick, then you will teleport with it. So you can see where this is going. Long story short, the easiest place to do this, it takes a minute to actually get to bad signal while doing this, or we're going to actually use countermeasures instead. That is another Act 4 mission. You're going to walk out right there, but you're going to start at the northeast of the map, so up here, and use this little seaweed patch just as a reference. It makes it a lot easier. Drive off onto the water, and as you can see, when I get off and get back on, I will teleport back to that spot. Now I'm right next to the edge of the map, map. And remember, your plan with Tombstone in general is to die whenever you are teleporting. That is the entire point. You die, it sets a tombstone. You teleport successfully, you take your items with you. Thus, you've split your items up, duplicating them like some weird science experiment. So long story short, just leave your bike where I do on the map. Now you may need to test that once or twice because sometimes it teleports on its own or rolls back to the water, causing it to teleport. Now, if you don't have countermeasures, you either need to have it selected or you need to have it completed, and it will always show up on the map. Now, well, essentially all you do is just activate the portal, obviously back up onto water, and you can see where this is going. You're going to teleport back to the side of the map. Make sure you have Tombstone equipped this time for this glitch, and then simply just accept the vote whenever you are ready. You can see I have all the time in the world to accept along with this countdown, and you want to walk out right at 6 seconds. This is by far the easiest way to do the Tombstone duplication glitch. It's also the most cumbersome. So what I mean by that is it takes the most time and it takes the most effort, simply because it essentially, you have to do a bunch of setup. So anyway, so you get the eliminated symbol, and then you get this loading symbol here, and you want to close the game. Now you can do this all over the map. If you didn't know, you can do this at any edge of the map. That is also a benefit to this glitch. So as long as you have a body of water connecting from where you're at, right, like on the beach, if you can drive out onto the water near the edge of the map, wherever you are, and make it all the way to bad signal or countermeasures, then you can do this glitch. So this glitch can actually be done all over the map at every single edge that has a body of water, again, that runs across the map, right? And if you know, Urzikstan has a river essentially that runs all the way across the map. So close on this screen. That's about it, guys. Now, as for the Dark Aether, now each portal is different, but if you follow the guide that I have here, you will be able to do it every single time. Now, if you have teammates for any of these videos, right, for any of these Tombstone glitches, just have them wait at the edge of the map, ready to walk out. That way you all don't have to race to the edge, just a single person rather needs to. And not everyone has to do the Tombstone glitch. You could have 2 players on your team, for example, that do it alone. But I showed the code on screen that I like to use there. But if you need the map, here it is. I will show it right now. And you essentially just want to accept the vote and then step out at 6 seconds. You should get this eliminated screen as well as the loading screen for whatever portal that you're entering. That is the entirety of the Tombstone glitch. So if you're ever confused by what's happening, it's very simple. You are dying and you are also teleporting to whatever mission that you're going to. The game takes a minute to register that you've died, and you should lose your backpack, and you've already teleported by that point, so it saves your inventory. It's called a save state, and you go into the portal or mission. So that's pretty much from a technical analysis how it does. Here's the old video of the Dark Aether rift that's on the hill. I forgot if this was season 2 or season 2 reloaded. The one I just showed you was season 3 reloaded. That was the last time that they actually, you know, released a Dark Aether. Probably will be the last. And essentially what we're doing here is the same exact thing. We're using the same exact portal in the same exact way. So I actually slowed this down to just an absolute mind infuriating pace. So I apologize for that. This is an old video, again, months ago, and I've been getting better with video editing. So long story short, again, you want to make it to the portal around 10 seconds. You can see I get here right at about 8.5 seconds, maybe, or 7.5 seconds, I guess it would be, you know, it was very, very close. But that's probably the limit that you can actually do. So I actually get close to not being able to do this, but as I stated in the unstable rift guide, you only need to step out once this big timer at the top middle of the screen reaches 4 seconds, about right at the start of 4 seconds, mind you. I still got the eliminated symbol there. You can watch that footage for proof, but typically speaking, you want to step out at 6 seconds. Then everything is the exact same. You are going to wait for it to teleport you. You're going to get the eliminated symbol. Thus, your Tombstone perk will be taken away from you and a tombstone will be set on the map. Yes, you need Tombstone perk for the Tombstone glitch. Hopefully that was understood without saying. But if you guys appreciated this video, make sure you hit that like button. I'd really appreciate your support. Thank you so much to my 20,000 subscribers. I love you all. And if you're not subscribed here, come check me out. Seriously, I put a lot of work into my videos and I appreciate you watching. So I will catch you in the next one.